So this video is about how to get better in cupping. Here are my 5 tips to cup better and get better in cupping. Make cupping as your ritual, as a part of your day, as a part of your routine, and ensure that you are cupping every single day. That is super essential. Cupping in coffee is like riyaz in music. I cupped every single day and it helped me tremendously. It becomes your usual practice and you get better in tasting and understanding the flavors of coffee much better if you keep cupping every single day. Whenever you cup a coffee, cup it without any sort of prejudice towards it. Don't look at the profile, don't look at the cupping notes, don't look at any information regarding the coffee. So ensure that you're cupping blind and you're having the entire session being done in such a way that you don't know what coffee you are cupping. The point number B to this point is that taste the same coffee over a period of time, like on the second day or the fifth day or seventh day or the eighth day. Have no prejudice towards it when you're tasting on different days, because the coffee keeps changing. It's a very phenomenal thing that the coffee keeps changing over a period of time. So you will kind of get to know how the coffee reacts over a different duration or different days. So my recommendation would be don't go with the SCA cupping sheet initially, because it's a holistic approach. I would recommend have your own cupping sheet made, or just a piece of paper which you're documenting well, and you can go bonkers in all the tasting notes that you're finding out, all the experience that you're getting, and you can just go freely onto that, and then move yourself to the cupping sheet after you've gone through a lot of sessions. So SCA cupping sheet basically. So you can move to the SCA cupping sheet once you've practiced a lot and you've cupped a lot and you've jotted down in your own personal cupping sheet. The reason you shouldn't be using SCA from the beginning is that it's too overwhelming. You'll get kind of baffled and confused into that, so you don't want to do that for yourself. Keep it very simple, keep it very short, and start cupping. The fourth point is the art of not second guessing yourself. Your brain plays a lot of tricks and games with you when you're cupping the coffee, and one of them is that you kind of start second guessing. Control that urge of second guessing, because most of the times that I've found out in my experiences, whenever I've second guessed a coffee or a flavor or a defect or anything, I have gone wrong. So go with your gut, go with your instinct, and eliminate the thought of eliminate the second thought basically. So what happens is, like, when you start second guessing yourself, it's never enough. You'll keep tasting, keep tasting, keep tasting, keep tasting. By the end of it, you'll be eating the grinds, and you still haven't made up your mind. So you don't want to do that. Stick to your gut. Go with your gut instinct, and follow your gut is again what I would stress on. Do not second guess yourself. So this is a point which I learned it much later on. I wish I would have learned it earlier, but this is a very critical and a crucial point. One of the most important points, I would say, is that you need to remember what you are thinking. You need to remember what your state of mind was while you were cupping one of the coffees. It is important that you are aware about it, as to how you're thinking, what you're thinking, and why did you come to a conclusion that this coffee, let's say, is dark chocolate, or this coffee has a tasting note of prunes. So that kind of memory and that kind of state of mind you should be entirely aware of. It is a little spiritual it is a little bit of a spiritual point, but believe me, this is the point that makes or breaks for somebody to be a good cupper. Like, what you're thinking about, like, if let's say I tasted like pineapple in this coffee, right? Why did I say this is pineapple? Is it because I associated this with some memory that I had, or is it because the sweetness or the sourness of the coffee is about pineapple, or how did I come to this conclusion? I need to kind of figure that out in my mind, so that tomorrow or 2 years later on, when I have the same coffee, I will kind of go through that and I have a mental note of how I came to a conclusion for this being pineapple. These 5 points are super important. I have loved shooting this video, and these are the points that I stick to every time I cup, and I wish somebody had told me 5 years back about this. But yeah, again, we love what we are doing. It will be great if you hit that follow button on the YouTube. Don't hit that follow button. So we love making these videos. We are coming with a lot of topics. We're digging in deep, and we've gotten a great response. It'll be great if you subscribe our YouTube channel if you haven't yet. And thank you so much.